In a world bursting at the seams with trials and tribulations, there's one man's narrative that shines as a symbol of grit and resolve. We're talking about the story of David Goggins. Born and brought up in the humble city of Buffalo, New York, Goggins is no stranger to adversity. His journey, marked by childhood tribulations and daunting physical challenges, is marked with innumerable roadblocks. But with an unyielding mindset, Goggins has navigated through the darkest of times. He's battled pain, uncertainty, and defeat, only to emerge stronger with each ordeal. And his words echo his relentless, "The only thing that is different about me is that I'm not afraid to die on a treadmill." So when you're up against your own hurdles, let the words of Goggins ring in your ears. I won't give up. Embrace the struggle, strength, and witness yourself taking flight to unprecedented heights. Following his early struggles came a pivotal moment that ignited a spark within Goggins. One day, while watching a documentary about Navy SEALs, he saw a reflection of his own spirit in these men, fearless, determined, and ready to conquer the odds. It was then that he realized his purpose. As Goggins once said, "Are in danger of living a life so comfortable and soft that you will die without ever realizing your true potential." This quote perfectly encapsulates the moment he decided to transform his life, break free from the shackles of his past, and strive towards becoming a Navy SEAL. This was no ordinary decision. It was an awakening, a shift from a life of mere existence to a life of purpose. It was an awakening that turned "I can't" into "I will," and "I won't give" became his life's mantra. Let's delve into this crucial turning point in Goggins' life, the awakening that directed him towards his dream. After awakening to his potential, Goggins embarked on the steep path of metamorphosis. He comprehended the need for a change, both physically and mentally, to realize his dream, initiating the journey with the most challenging aspect. His physical transformation stood at the threshold of a significant challenge. Once tipping the scale at nearly 300 pounds and short of breath after a mere mile, he was now prepared to dive into the toughest journey of his existence. His intense workout routine pushed his physical limits daily. His diet underwent a severe alteration. He ate not for comfort anymore, but for energy. Goggins was pushing himself harder than ever, but he remained resolute. Every drop of sweat he shed brought him a step closer to accomplishing his dream of becoming a Navy SEAL. He firmly believed in his own words, "The only person who was to turn my life around was me." This was only the dawn of a remarkable transformation that would test his resilience and expand his understanding of what he deemed possible. After months of grueling physical transformation, Goggins found himself at a crossroads. He had pushed his body to the brink and had seen drastic changes, but the real test was yet to come. He knew that the physical transformation was only a part of the battle. The real challenge lay in his mental fortitude. Could he, in the face of adversity, keep pushing forward? Could he silence the voice in his head that told him to quit, to give up, to settle for less? He had to prove that he was stronger than his doubts, stronger than his fears. This was his test of resolve, his moment to prove that he was not just physically ready, but mentally prepared to take on the elite world of the Navy SEALs. As Goggins himself puts it, the mind is the most powerful thing that we have. It's more powerful than nuclear energy. This mindset propelled him forward into an unknown territory, testing the limit of his very being. Having passed his initial test of resolve, Goggins was now standing on the bridge of determination. This was the point of no return. He had to make a choice, a decision that would set the course for the rest of his life. On one side, a path of comfort, safety, and predictability. On the other, a path of uncertainty, risk, and immense challenge. The Navy SEALs was not just a dream, it was a calling that demanded everything from him, calling that would test him in ways he could never imagine. In the of Goggins himself, you have to build calluses on your brain just like how you build calluses on your hands. It was a reflection of his readiness to bear any hardship, any challenge that was about to come his way. Goggins was ready. He knew that the only way to truly live was to push beyond his limits, to shatter his self-imposed boundaries. This was his moment of truth. This was the bridge of determination, and he was ready to cross it. He was ready to chase his Navy SEAL dream. As Goggins stood at the brink of his bridge of determination, he took a deep breath. He knew that if he crossed this bridge, there would be no turning back. He would be forsaking his comfortable life, his predictable routines, his safe choices. He would be stepping into a world of uncertainty, a world of risk, a world of colossal challenge. But he also knew, in the words of David Goggins himself, life is one big tug of war between mediocrity and trying to find your best self. This was his chance to pull away from mediocrity and find his best self. This was his chance to truly live, to push beyond his limits, to shatter his self-imposed boundaries, to pursue his Navy SEAL dream. So, with a profound breath and a sturdy resolve, Goggins took a leap of faith. He crossed the bridge of determination. He ventured into the unknown. He welcomed the challenge. And in doing so, he charted the course for his life. This was not just a leap of faith, it was a leap into his destiny. As Goggins stepped off the bridge of determination and into the unknown, he found himself in a crucible of change. This was not just a transformation, but a mental and emotional one as well. His journey was not just about shedding weight and building muscle. It was about shedding his old self and building a new one. As David Goggins once said, we all need small sparks, accomplishments in our lives, to fuel the big ones. This insight was particularly true for Goggins. It was about breaking free from the chains of his past and forging a new identity. It was about confronting his deepest fears and insecurities, about facing his demons and overcoming them. This was the crucible of change. And it was this crucible that Goggins truly began to transform. He learned to embrace pain, to endure hardship, to persevere in the face of adversity. He learned to push beyond his limits, to defy expectations, to defy the odds. And in doing so, he began to realize his SEAL dream. This was the crucible change. And it was in this crucible that Goggins truly became a warrior. With the crucible of change behind him, Goggins now stood on the precipice of a new era. This was not just about a physical transformation, it was a rebirth of his spirit, his will, his determination. He had shed his old skin and was now as a warrior, forged in the fires of adversity and tempered by the trials of his journey. He was no longer the man he once was. He was stronger, tougher, resilient. He was a man who had stared into the abyss of his own fears and insecurities, and had not only survived, but thrived. Goggins once said, "We are all great. No matter if you think you're dumb, fat, been bullied, we all have greatness. You gotta find the courage." This quote epitomizes his transformation. He was a man who had taken the leap of faith and had emerged from the crucible of change as a warrior. And now, as he stood on the precipice of this new era, he was ready to take on his greatest challenge yet, his Navy SEAL dream. He was ready to prove to the world and to himself that he was not just a survivor but a warrior. This was the rebirth of a warrior. And it was in this moment that Goggins truly began to realize his Navy SEAL dream. As our newly reborn warrior stands tall, his heart is filled with a newfound sense of purpose. His Navy SEAL dream is not just a dream anymore. It's a goal, a mission. But every mission comes with its own set of challenges, and Goggins knows this all too well. He has faced adversity before, but this is different. This is the dawn of a new battle, a battle against his own limitations, against the odds that are stacked high against him. This is a battle that will require every bit of his determination. But he is ready. He is ready to face this battle head on, ready to push beyond his limits, ready to redefine what is possible. In the profound words of Goggins himself, it's so easy to be great nowadays because everyone else is weak. He is ready to prove to the world and to himself that he is not just a warrior, but a warrior with a purpose. And with that, he takes his first step towards his Navy SEAL dream, ready to face whatever challenges that lie ahead. Between the dawn of a new battle and the realization of a dream lies a space filled with uncertainty, fear, and doubt. This is the space where Goggins finds himself now, on the precipice of his Navy SEAL dream. But instead of being overwhelmed by the enormity of his goal, he is fueled by it. He knows that the journey is fraught with obstacles, but he also knows that the only way to overcome them is to face them head on. Embodying the words of David Goggins himself, "I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done." He embarks on a grueling training regimen, pushing his body to its limits and then pushing some more. His resolve is unyielding, his focus unwavering. He wakes up each day with a single-minded purpose, to become a Navy SEAL. Every drop of sweat, every moment of pain, every setback is just a step towards his dream. He understands that his journey is not just about achieving his dream, but about proving to himself and to the world that he is capable of achieving the impossible. As he stands on the edge of his Navy SEAL dream, he knows one thing for sure. He will not be deterred. He will not be defeated. His resolve is unyielding, his determination indomitable. Beneath the surface of every great achievement lies a battle that is fought within. This is the battle that Goggins faces now, a battle with himself. The physical that lie ahead are daunting, but they pale in comparison to the mental hurdles he must overcome. He confronts his deepest fears, his insecurities, his doubts. He grapples with the voice inside his head that tells him to give up, to quit, to settle for less. But Goggins is no stranger to adversity. As he once said, "The only reason why I'm successful was because I went towards the truth." He knows that the path to becoming a Navy SEAL is paved with hardship and struggle, and he knows that the only way to win this battle is to stare down his fears, to push through his doubts, to silence the voice inside his head. This is the battle that will make or break him. This is the battle that will determine whether he becomes a Navy SEAL or remains a dreamer. As he braces himself for the grueling days ahead, he knows one thing for sure. He will not back down. He will not give up. His spirit is indomitable, his resolve unyielding. His dream is within his grasp, and he will fight with every ounce of his strength to make it a reality. In the quiet moments before the storm, Goggins looks back on his journey. Each step, each struggle, each victory and defeat has brought him here, to the precipice of his dream. He remembers the ridicule of his peers, the disbelief of his teachers, the skepticism of his family. He remembers the moments of despair, the nights of doubt, the days of pain. But he also remembers the triumphs, the victories, the moments when he proved everyone wrong. These memories echo in his mind, a reminder of his journey, to his strength, a beacon for his future. As he prepares to embark on the toughest challenge of his life, he draws strength from these echoes of his past. They remind him of what he is capable, of what he has overcome, of what he can achieve. And of his own words rings in his mind, "You are stopping you. You are giving up instead of getting hard." With this powerful mantra and these memories as his armor, he steps into the battle ahead, ready to fight, ready to win. His dream of becoming a Navy SEAL is within his reach, and he will stop at nothing to make it a reality. Under the cover of the night, Goggins stands alone. He's spent the day preparing himself mentally and physically for the challenge ahead. The echoes of the past have fueled his determination, and his dream of becoming a Navy SEAL is within his grasp. He recalls a quote he once said, "Motivation is crap. Motivation comes and goes. When you're driven, whatever is in front of you will get destroyed." This thought resonates him as he absorbs its profound meaning. But before he steps into the battlefield, he takes a moment to breathe. He looks up at the starry sky, feeling the cool night air kiss his skin. It's a peaceful moment, a calm before the storm. His solitude in this quiet night is his sanctuary, a haven where he can gather his thoughts and focus his mind. He turns his attention inward, visualizing his success, seeing himself overcoming the obstacles ahead. He knows the path will not be easy, but he has prepared for this, he has trained for this, he has dreamed of this. In the silence of the night, he makes a promise to himself. No matter what happens, no matter how hard it gets, he will not give up. He will fight until the very end. He will actualize his dream of becoming a Navy SEAL. With this promise etched in his mind and the power of his words echoing in his heart, he steps into the dawn of a new day, ready to face the challenges, ready to destroy whatever stands in his way. As the tranquility of the night deepens, Goggins finds himself in a meditative state, contemplating the complexities of his journey. The echoes of his past struggles are now a source of strength, a testament to his resilience. "I thought I'd solved a problem when really I was creating new ones by taking the path of least resistance," he recalls, contemplating on the life lessons he learned. The silence of the night, broken only by the distant hoot of an owl, provides a fitting backdrop for his introspection. His mind wanders back to his early struggles, the awakening, the transformation, and the tests of resolve he has passed. He feels a surge of determination. His dream becoming a Navy SEAL, once a distant fantasy, is now within his reach. As he stands there under the starry sky, he makes a silent pledge, a pledge to himself, to his past, and to his future. He will conquer his fears. He will overcome his obstacles. He will achieve his dream. The night of resolve is a testament to his unyielding spirit. As the first rays of dawn break through the darkness, he steps forward, ready to face the challenges that await him. His Navy SEAL dream is no longer just a dream. It is his reality. It is his destiny. His first major challenge came with a dream to join the United States Navy. Overcoming obesity and the threat of heart disease, losing 100 pounds in 3 months, Goggins achieved his goal. It was during this period that he realized, we all have two voices in our head, fear and the other love, and we choose every day which one we will listen to. With sheer grit will, reflecting his choice to listen to the voice of love for his dream, he carved his pathway into the Navy SEALs. His journey, however, was far from over. Goggins faced a series of personal tragedies, including the loss of several comrades in a helicopter crash in Afghanistan and a diagnosis of a congenital heart defect. But he turned these adversities into triumphs, running ultra-marathons and breaking world records. He even penned a best-selling book. In his own words, "I became the roughest critic in the world on myself, and that's what truly changed me." He a symbol of resilience, a beacon of hope for those facing their own battles. His secret, a formidable mindset. Goggins held faith in the capacity of the mind to conquer any hurdle. He held faith in surpassing comfort zones and accepting pain. As Goggins frequently remarks, the mind is the crux of resilience. The body will concede defeat, far the mind will. He also proclaimed another powerful statement: you have to go to the truth to get to the other side. So, what can we extract from Goggins' journey? It illuminates us that obstacles are not barricades. Rather, they are stepping stones. They provide opportunities to amplify our strength, enhance resilience, and push the boundaries of the conceivable. As David Goggins famously, you have to build calluses on your brain just like how you build calluses on your hands. This implies a mindset of unwavering determination and mental toughness. So, just like David Goggins, you too can assert, "I won't give up." Engage with the challenges, tap into your inherent power, and yourself ascend to unparalleled peaks.